And hola, welcome to Rascal Comedy, everybody. Don't know why I'm putting on a Spanish accent, but I'm allowed to put on a Spanish accent because one of my best friends is Spanish, and also my girlfriend. So welcome to the show. I know we took a 2-week break because sure look, Ara, huh? But what's happening? We're out of lockdown-ish. Pubs are open again. It's all good. I think, I can't do a lockdown 4. Please, let's not make that happen. Okay, I was going crazy. I was living in Mayo with my family, and I felt like I was in The Shining. Like my butler kept telling me, "Sir, I think you should kill your family." And I was like, "I like your ideas, Lloyd. The only problem is I don't remember having a butler." See? So that was a problem. Over lockdown, I was living with my mother, and her partner, who's also my dad, and it got quite boring. So we were playing games at the dinner table. My mother's favorite was I Spy. So she'd be like, "I spy with my little eye your insecurities." She'd like every dinner point out, "Oh, just to put that a machine away." Getting so much pleasure as well off it. Like it was too much. And then after that, she started making them up. She turned to my brother and go, "Oh, Jesus, you going bald, are you?" But in those times, I just look over at my butler and be like, Kill her. So over lockdown, I realized that my mother's a control freak. She likes to control everybody around her except herself. It's quite funny. She always, I don't know if Irish mummies just do this, but she's always sending me jobs. Like, "Oh, you should apply for this job, a government civil servant job in that loan. On worse money than I am on now." It's like, she's like, "You need to play it safe in this game, Jack. I just reckon if the government are already fucking over the country, they might as well fuck you as well, One big orgy. So I'm back at work now. I've got a pretty intimidating boss. She reminds me of Darth Vader because she wears a lot of leather. She's a very deep voice, and when we get things wrong, she likes to choke us. Yes. She does use force as well. Like I can even hear. I can even hear Imperial March come as she's coming down those steps. Do. Jack, why didn't you hit your target? Katie, it was very quiet in the shop. I do not care for your excuses. I find your lack of target hitting disturbing. Right, enough of me. We're going to start the show. We're going to meet the comedians. So we have Trace, we got Alex, Reggie, and another Alex. Hairy Alex.
Hello, Jack. I'm just here with your manager.
Hey!
I got this.
You only knew the power of the dark side.
That's her.
Oh my God, that sounds like her, yeah.
When you don't hit your target, Jack. Sorry, I didn't hit my target today.
That's what she's like with us. But she, instead of a lightsaber, it's a whip. It's just a belt.
I like the sound of her.
Yeah, it sounds like a great job.
I mean, she's a woman who wears a lot of leather and has a whip. Sign me up for your job, Jack.
Yeah.
I'll work for free.
Like Darth Vader's helmet. It's just her bob.
I will work for S&M. I don't even need the M part.
Sorry,
I'll
Alex.
work for the
Water sent you to apply for?
Yeah, no, she didn't send me to that job. I go there on my own free will. No.
Jack's dealing with this, boss clad in leather that uses whips, and his mother is like, "I think you need a job with the government." No, I don't.
No, I'm grand.
No. They push me. They push me enough. So we're gonna start the show. We're gonna start with our first comedian. Liz, the lovely half unicorn queen herself, Therese.
Her Majesty.
Where are you getting half?
Sorry, I just half human, half unicorn.
Oh yeah. Sorry, yeah. Whoops.
You know,
How are you?
you're like something from Narnia. You know, you're coming out half
I
unicorn.
was in the closet for a while.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Happy Pride!
Woo!
Do. Forgot to fucking say that the other night, Alex. Happy Pride, one and all! Yay!
As a straight man, am I allowed to celebrate, or are they no?
Yeah, of course. Ally Pride.
You had your time.
Just don't ask for your own month, okay? Because you have fucking 11 of them.
Yeah, true. I don't think it works. Like, we should have a straight parade.
Why can't we have a straight parade? We do. It's called Paddy's Day. It's shite. It always is.
There you go.
There's a reason why Pride is in June. Oh, the gays know. The gays know.
Yeah, you guys. Yeah, Bill Burr did a monologue about it. He goes, "You guys planned it very well with the sun."
Yeah.
Sun's
Yeah,
been
we know.
Sun's been great though.
No, it hasn't. It's been shite. I hate the heat. Well, look, I'm sorry. I'm a freak of nature in a way. I love cold weather. I love overcast days. Give me, a cold winter's day than this shite. And I had
Like
to
in
like
Narnia.
the other night.
Yeah,
Narnia. Oh, it was brilliant. I'm sorry I ever came out of the closet. God damn it.
Yeah.
What do you call it? The other night when I was doing Alex, whoops.
Hey.
When I was on the show, I had to close the window, and I have it closed again because my neighbors think I'm weird enough, right? Without me fucking singing this song that I'm about to sing,
Without doing me.
Yeah. We were watching the other night. Oh Jesus!
So much hair.
Oh, you got my name now.
I think you and Alex combined.
These are the trousers. I just brushed my pubes down. It takes me back to my life modelling days.
Yeah.
Now that was a time when if you didn't shave your legs, you'd be like, bollocks! Oh, fuck. But anyway,
As you're about to go in, is that you're like, oh, fuck. I don't want to see what they draw today.
Yeah, but when you heard this, if you start hearing, you're like, stop drawing the stubble. Fucking stop it.
And you know, when
you're not getting
they're all
extra
like
credit.
this.
I used to.
She's gone.
She used to be here. No, she's not.
Yeah.
Those neighbors have finally infiltrated the house.
I said they cut the internet.
Gonna have to shave her legs. Gonna have to shave her legs.
Don't be bitching about me. This happens.
All of a sudden, she's going to come back on, and all of a sudden, Aslan from Narnia will be there going, hello. Bring that naked back.
This doesn't normally happen with other comedians on live stage, where they just go...
Yeah, it's like Thanos snaps his fingers, you're on stage, and all of a sudden it's just...
Oh, what's this? It's not letting me... Oh, there she is. She's back!
Anyway, that's why I think that we need to do... That's why I think that we do need to kick Therese out of the gate. Oh, hey, you're back. What's up, mate?
What did you say?
I said I missed you.
Oh, you're back.
I missed you there. I missed you there.
Where
So
was it?
you
I
were-
said that to her the other night. I said it to Therese the other night. I said I missed you there, and she says I'm a unicorn.
You were saying something important. You were like, so...
I used to.
Oh yeah. So yeah, lockdown. I forgot what I was talking about. Lockdown has been great, hasn't it? It's been absolutely fantastic. But don't worry, I'm not going to give out about anti-mask because poor Alex had to hear all of that the other night.
No, that was great. That was great.
Oh my fuck! Look, this is me studio with me tinfoil hat. And it keeps me sane, ripping the piss out of them. I hate them with a passion, but also I love pulling the piss out of them. But
Gives you great material.
Oh, great material! Like there's one in particular. I'm not going to name her name, but do you know who they are? And she has the worst vocabulary, right? And no, that's no indication of intelligence. But it helps, right?
Neither is she.
Yeah. And when somebody's there giving legal advice and giving medical advice and giving basically a whole load of advice on stuff they know absolutely nothing about, but can't pronounce words like, let's say, apostolic. Okay, that's a bit of a mouthful.
That's it.
But
Yeah.
it is a bit of a mouthful. What was it she called it? Apostolitic. That was a good one. Derogarizing. That was another good one.
Were you taking notes? Were you like?
Oh God! Listen, come here. Hold on a second. Hold on. I've even made a book for her.
Maybe she's like a modern day Shakespeare, and she's like making up her own words.
Yeah.
Right. This is called, I don't know if it's back to front, the Dictionary, and it's all the words that she has made up. Just because she can't think of the right word. And I'm like, sweetheart. I don't mean sweetheart, okay? For sweetheart, see, shut the fuck up, right? Stop recording live. Stop going live. You are bound to fuck up. You're bound to say something stupid. Pre-record it, edit it. You know, you're supposed to be doing serious stuff. So yeah, but anyway, she doesn't, and I'm so glad of that.
Maybe she's like the Irish Trump, because remember Trump, like they brought out a book of all.
She's not that successful.
No.
Well, yeah, I mean, they're both obsessed with walls. They're both obsessed with walls.
Yes, true. That's very true. And he is the only president. She still recognizes him as the president of America.
Yeah, but he's not.
Oh, but in her mind, he is. And
even Joe Biden still recognizes him. Barack.
You know? She could fucking hand it back to him. She doesn't even recognize the president of Ireland. She doesn't recognize the president of Ireland. The only president she recognizes is President Trump. And that's her. Oh, she does this all the time. Hold on. Right. She does not know what air quotes mean. She does not. So she'll say things like the pandemic. And I'm like, okay, so it's not a pandemic. So it's a pandemic.
Yeah.
The scamdemic. So again, it's not a scamdemic. It's a pandemic. Stop doing that. And she does it in a really weird way, right? It's like two rabbits fighting each other, right? You know, like, you know, and she does. And somebody pointed out, does anyone remember the film Total Recall?
Oh, with Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Yeah, I'll be back. Get your Ostomas, right? And there was a character in it who was a taxi driver, but he turned out he was also a mutant, if that's an okay word to use.
I've been in a taxi with a few of them, yeah.
But he betrayed, the main characters, and he took his arm out, and he's like, "I'm one of you guys." And whatever way he does that with his hands, it's D. It's.
That's what you see. You see.
It's just it. Someone pointed out, and I can't unsee that every time she goes, the pandemic. Stop doing it. You don't know what it means. You don't know what it's the opposite. It's the opposite. You know,
maybe in her past life she was like a puppeteer, like she was doing Richard and Judy, and she doesn't know how to perform without getting the character. So what I think anyway is, Mr. Punch.
Yeah, maybe they're talking to her.
All of a sudden you'd be watching her, Trey, so next video she'd be there going,
Where's me puppets? Where's me puppets? I should have puppets handy. Yeah, but it's absolutely fucking batshit. And she has this other guy on who's a legal expert. If he's a legal expert, oh my fuck, I'm a bleeding dietitian, right? Shit, he keeps coming out with this. Why he's laughing at? No, he keeps coming out with this crap, right? We wrote. Oh, what way does he talk? No, hang on.
English?
He's like, yes, you know him, dude.
he's from Kerry.
He's from Kerry.
No, he's not. He's from.
That's right, the Kerry accent.
I think he's from fuck off. He used to be like, no, he's not from Kerry. He has this really pedantic voice. He's just like kind of, well, no, I think you will find that, you know, it's just very drawn out, and it is very, and he had to give his Twitter, and so he started to give his account name. And it was at, you know, the at symbol, which interestingly enough is shorthand for Atticus Finch. And he's just blah 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 blah, and he just goes on and on and on
you
and
just
on
fall
and on.
asleep.
Whenever she has a video with him, I'm just like, skip.
I had a housemate like that once. He'd be like, "Nah, I really like a good bourbon, very chocolatey."
Now
And
let
you'd be
me
like,
tell you.
"Jesus Christ, shoot me now, please."
To the end. If people had a skip button, he's one of them. He's one of those people that you'd be like, skip ad, skip conversation. You know? He's just the most torturous person. And he's convinced that when they sent in this Freedom of Information request back in the day, right? He's convinced that because they basically shined him on, well, that means that COVID doesn't exist. I think practically every doctor on the planet would disagree with you there.
Yeah, but they're not legal experts, Trace.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They are
What do
not,
doctors know?
I have to point out.
Yeah, what do doctors know, you know?
What do they know, indeed? Oh, and I have to tell you this one, right? So Dee was interviewing a few loopers there a while back talking about deregistering your vote, okay? So she says this fella, tell us all about deregistering your vote. And your man's like, oh, when you deregister your vote, it takes away the power that the government have, the cabal have to use against you. And then she says, and in what way does it take away their power? It doesn't.
You see, now I completely misunderstood what you meant there. I thought that you meant by deregistering the vote, she was actually going to register your vote for you.
Deal go and register it for you. You know what I mean? And
they couldn't accept it though because they don't accept votes in crayon.
And written in her own shit. Here. And your man is setting up a new party. It's like the Popular People's Front of whatever the fuck, right? And he's there going, now, when people come to vote, they have to vote for our party. And this is how we get rid of all of the other parties. And I'm just like, what about the ones that deregistered? Like they shoot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, a lot of problems here. A lot of problems. Don't vote, but then vote for us.
Yeah,
I like the fact that a guy like that will call his party the Popular People's Party because, you know, this is what popularity looks like, kids.
Yeah. I can't remember what it's something popular, isn't it?
I feel like Alex is learning about Irish politics now. You're like, whoa.
Yeah.
Oh, you're talking about Irish politics. No.
Right.
I've been in the blur.
Yeah, every country has that person who's like, no, it's all a joke, this pandemic.
Yeah, it's fake. It's all fake.
Not real.
You know, and here's the thing. Yeah, go on, sorry.
I'm like, I know a nurse who was saying like people have COVID and they're like, it's not real. I don't know what this is, the flu. And they're dying.
And people COVID deniers have been on their deathbed.
Yeah.
And they've still been like, no, it's just lung cancer. I have a touch of the lung cancer. Jesus Christ. Fucking shotgun, blam.
Yeah.
The gene pool doesn't need that. I'm sorry.
Could you imagine that somebody like that with the COVID? Right, I'm going to shoot you. Any last words? #2A.
As they're tweeting.
Pandemic.
I like the idea of that guy forming a party though, because he's the kind of guy the party doesn't stop at his house, Therese. It passes right on by.
Right on by. And you should see the gear. Like, I swear, part of me was going, did he pick up that shirt in a charity shop? And it's like, no, he's had that since the 70s. And he's hoping it'll come back in. Yeah. Like, the fucking collars, you could land planes on them. Right? And the embroidery. And it's just like, oh, Jesus.
I think collars are too short these days. I like the long.
Well, I find that in my day.
Bloody colours, mate. We need more big colour.
I like a good
Righto. Therese, are you ready to hit the stage?
Oh, yeah. Shit, was I not on there?
No. Okay. All the way from Narnia, it's Therese Cahill, everyone. Cahill.
Hello. So my name is Therese, half unicorn, half woman. Anyway, tonight I wanted to do a song, right? This song is for anyone out there, not necessarily who has children, but anybody who might be contemplating, any let's say birth parent, right? Let's say that, who might be contemplating sowing their wild ovaries, right? And they'll be like, yeah, the time has come. I want to reproduce. And the thing about it is you can read all the books, you can watch all the videos, or in my day, look at the cave drawings, right? Or the puppets. But there's things that can happen to you when giving birth. And all the males are just like, fuck, I'm not the one that does it, right? So this song is kind of loosely based on my own experience. And there is an expression, I don't know if you've ever heard of it, that comedy, it's a formula, if you will. Comedy is pain plus time, right? So sometimes the bad things will happen to us, and at the time, not fucking funny. Not a bit fucking funny, and you'd fucking split somebody if they laughed, right? But hopefully, with the passage of time, you can see the funny side of it, and you can move on. So this is my song to any potential birth parents out there. Thank you very much. Here we go. Woo! Well, there's things they don't tell you about having kids, so maybe listen up before your life hits the skids. You might think there's nothing finer, but they'll decimate your vagina. Not to mention you lose sensation in your nips. Well, it took some effort to get her out of me. Turned my birth canal into an estuary. And though I love to be her mammy, that child drop kicked away out my fanny and tore a hole right inside my gee. Not long after I brought her home from the hospital, I had to answer Mother Nature's call. Instead of pooping out my anus, something happened that was quite heinous. It was the first time I'd had a shite that was vaginal. I was shitting out my vagina all day long. And trust me, those ones are quite hard to hold on. I was filled with dread and fear when I developed diarrhea, 'cause if I farted it was bound to go quite wrong. So I hightailed it back into surgery. Said, Doc, you've got to stitch my shredded poo nanny. Do what you got to do. I trust Jenny. Stitched my recto-vaginal fistula. I think I deserve a round of applause for that rhyme. Here. Woo! Woo! And stop poo coming out my poor pussy. So now I don't shit out my vagina all day long. Yee-haw! I just shit like normal folks right out my bum. We're still working on those nips, just glad we sorted out the shits. I'm glad I don't shit out my vagina all day long. Well, I'm glad I don't shit out my vagina all day long. Woo! Woo! There you go.
Praise God, everyone.
Excellent.
Oh, I got rid of that. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Let's get her back. I pressed the wrong. No, what is going on? I pressed the wrong button. Yeah, I deserve it.
I just had me top off.
Well done, Trace. Well done, Trace.
Hang on.
I was like, give her a round of applause, parts. No, I didn't mean to do that.
Jack was like, round of applause. It was for me.
What?
I was like, round of applause. It's for me.
I don't just steal jokes. I steal applauses. Like, I'm out. Yes.
Well,
No,
I
that
tell
was
you,
brilliant.
one time I was doing that song, and there was a pregnant woman in the audience. She was about
No.
should say a pregnant person. She was about, I'd say she was about 7 months gone, right? And she stood up and points at the bum, and I'm like, well, this might not happen to you. And I'm like, oh, fuck, what am I gonna do?
You need to come up with a verse now, like if there's any pregnant women in the audience, been like, it's a 50-50 chance. You'll be with the devil, you're gonna dance.
It's up to you. But I do feel a bit like, you know, that the fucking Shark's Tale. I watch way too many cartoons, right? You know, you know the shrimp in it that goes, it's true. And my sister,
Yeah.
she had a little one, and we took it over because she passed away, and he lost his arms and his legs, and he's basically a stump. I tell you, whenever I'm talking about having my child, that's what it's like. And then I was shitting out my vagina. True story.
I bet all the pregnant women are like,
Oh, fuck that, no.
No.
I heard recently you had a bit of trouble. I heard you were fired from the maternity hospital.
I was in recently. I had to get this is not funny. Well, it was actually at the time, right? I had to get a fucking polyp removed. It's as gross as it sounds, right? And one of the nurses, right, they're being like total champions beside me, going, breathe, because I couldn't get an anesthetic. Had to get this all done raw. Is that the right word? And fucking pain of it, right? And what you call? You're one of the nurses gone. Now that level is about an 8, right? That level of pain is about an 8. Now I'm on morphine, right? So I know pain. I turned to her, I said, have you ever had this procedure done? And she says, no. And I went, shut the fuck up!
even in as this is happening, the comedian's coming out.
Never again. Having the child was easier. Anyway, sorry.
Anyway,
this conversation is making me more trans.
Stick the hormones into me.
Reggie, yeah.
Get the uterus out, fuck's sake.
No thanks.
Get the fucking womb with a view. Get it out.
Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Sorry,
to our next comedian. It is Alex. He's our. I feel like he's our guest today because we're all Irish. We're all talking about like awful things, like fighting and vaginas. How are you, man?
Good. I got vaccinated just yesterday. Yay! I had to do it in secret from my family.
Fair enough.
My mother, she doesn't know. She lives in Georgia, so like she told me if I get vaccinated, she'll kill me. So I just
so she said, if COVID doesn't kill you, I will.
I will.
Well, she acknowledges that the COVID exists, but like, vaccines are worse. Yeah, because in Georgia, before the vaccination started, priests have said that it's made from the sperm of unborn babies. So
that's pretty true, isn't it?
It made things.
I mean, you think they'd love that, the priests?
They took it from us.
Yeah, that's them to a T. You know? Right. Okay.
I mean,
theory.
That sounded quite legit. I also didn't want to vaccinate, but then, like, I live in the Netherlands right now, and I received like official letter, and that just sounded like an offer you cannot refuse. So I like, because I'm from Georgia, so I'm always afraid they're gonna deport me from this country. So whatever letter I receive is just an offer I cannot refuse.
Like it was like The Godfather. Is it like if you don't do it, you find like your bicycle wheel in your bed?
I actually missed that bit in The Godfather. Hey, you come to me in the day of my daughter's wedding with all this baby sperm. What am I want that for?
Man, like they send me a letter if I want to be a donor, and organ donor, and that
I was gonna-
What type of donor? They have enough semen.
and it's not like that. It's just like you are already organ donor, but if you want to refuse, let's talk about it. But I was like, so I'm an organ donor.
We'll send someone over to collect them.
Yeah. Right. Does it have to be your organs?
What?
Does it have to be your organs? Just
Yeah.
find somebody else.
Back to the priests again.
No, the priests love organ donors. They're like, it creates a great sound there in the church.
So where exactly is Georgia?
Georgia is close to Russia. It's like, it's like Georgia and Russia are like Mexico and US. So we are like the Mexicans of Soviet Union. That's what we are. The Russians build a wall near us.
Yeah.
Like,
So are like the Russians afraid that the Georgians are coming over?
I don't know what Russians are afraid of, but
Neither
Nobody
do I.
does. Nobody does.
I remember I did comedy and there was a group of Russian girls and they were so just, and I was like, you guys you're having a terrible time, aren't you? And they're like, we are having great time. You're very funny. I was like, I did not read that. They were just so blank. You know?
I'm now living. I moved in the Netherlands, and I now live in like a house for the first time in my life. Like I've never lived in a house.
Wow.
Like,
Where did you live before?
Like I lived with my mom. Then I lived in a student campus, and then in a tiny apartment, and now like I have a house. And it turned out that it's not so easy to live in a house because I have no idea what am I supposed to do. So cleaning garden. I look what my neighbors do, and I try to understand that. But then they come out with like vacuum cleaner for leaves, and I'm like, what the fuck is that?
Leaf blower, yeah.
They go like vacuum cleaning the ground.
No,
in front of
but it's the other way around. It blows. It doesn't suck.
It does
No,
go.
actually,
So-
they have
It's
you can
device
get a
that does
sucky
it, though.
one. You can have a
there's one
sucky
of
one,
those as well.
right? Because my husband has
What about your
Right.
husband?
hilarious. This was so funny. The minute he got it out. Oh, the minute he got it out, right? He forgot to zip the sack. Stop now. I can't
The
stop.
stuff writes
And
itself.
I sat there watching him go around the garden, right? Sucking everything up. And I watched him go around twice. Oh, it was hilarious. We're
It's
still
no
married.
wonder your neighbours think you're a lunatic.
Yeah.
That fucking
Look
window.
out the back, she's in that.
And was
He's
he dressed?
gone around sucking in the garden. She's wearing that unicorn hat again.
Yeah, was he dressed as like a lion or something?
She's just shitting out her vagina. Look at her.
Oh my god.
Still thinking of those freaks.
So are you, Alex? Are you gardening now?
I am. And I always do it so that my neighbors see it. Like I pick at the time that they start doing their gardening, and I do it as well. So that I think that.
So do you come out and say, "Oh,
Yeah,
lovely
yeah,
weather
like,
we're
yeah,
having"?
like a douchebag, like.
You sound like the Homer Simpson, and like Ned Flanders is your neighbor.
That's exactly what it is.
Yeah.
I got
Right, okay,
my
so-
gardening polo. I like gardening polo, so that I do it like in a nice way.
So, what's comedy like in the Netherlands?
Comedy. Well, I mean, it's people are so excited, waiting for the Dutch government to allow everything. So people have planned shows, and then they are postponed. But there was like, I remember like half a year ago, people were like, "Yeah, the Zoom comedy is never gonna go away. We should all do the Zoom comedy." And now everybody's like, "Fuck
Yeah,
Zoom comedy. Let's
fuck that shit.
let's just
Everyone
wait
just
for
logs
it."
out. Jack's sitting there like, "Oh no, guys, this is StreamYard. Stop it!"
Yeah. I'm trying to make this format fun. We can talk.
Jack said, "That's all right. Someone else is in here. Just come on." Hello, Jack.
My housemate.
I'm
Hello,
on
Therese.
now with the Popular People's Party.
Yeah. So before we continue, Trace, you've got to go.
I have to go. I'm so sorry. I hate doing this, but I have to. Look at. Wait, now, hang on. Look what's waiting for. Oh, you can't really tell what's in it.
It's just
Okay, I'm going to make you jealous. It's my box.
Go on.
Is it
Da 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 da. Da, 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 da. Morphine.
Yeah, guys, what's your number there?
Yeah.
You around Dublin City at all?
I mean,
I'm picturing that.
all I
I'm
have is
picturing that. Like, that's just what you were saying about the garden there. Like, you're saying your neighbours are going out and picturing, they're out sunbathing, they look over the wall, they just see Trace. That's that morphine. Oh boy, with no context whatsoever.
What have you got, Jack? What have you got?
I've got multivitamins.
Ah, fuck that.
Ooh.
Whoa! Do you ever crush a multivitamin and snort it? No, I haven't either.
Yeah, I have.
I've never done that. Listen, guys, thank you so much, Jack, for having me on. And guys, it was lovely to chat to you. And I'm sorry I can't stay for the rest of the show. This is it's not me being rude. This is just typical of me.
We organised this. She's too VIP.
Okay, bye. Listen,
Good seeing you, pal.
Okay?
Good seeing you, Trace.
Bye. Lovely meeting you.
Bye.
See you, Reggie. See you, Alex. See you, Jack. Bye. Okay, love me out. Otherwise, I just look stupid doing this. I'm still here.
It's like saying goodbye.
Oh no, my microphone's still on. Oh shit!
Oh, she's gone. It's like saying goodbye to someone in Tesco, and then you have to keep walking with them. Oh, you're going this way as well.
Oh, it's the most awkward thing in the world. Okay, see you again. Oh, we're walking the same way. Shit. I almost changed direction. I'm just going to go over here instead. I'll wait. You go. I'll wait.
Absolutely. So what we say? Oh yeah, we're saying Alex made comedy in the Netherlands. What's their humor like?
I think it's pretty much the same everywhere. Like you cannot. I don't. How would you describe Irish humor? Like,
how would we describe Irish humor?
I mean, very dry, very
dry.
I'd say the crack. It's also the crack. You got to say the crack as well.
It's also a bit silly. It can be a bit silly as well. In the country, it's a lot more silly. Like, oh geez, that time Grandad forgot his hat. Oh, he was looking around.
Then it turned out Grandad didn't have a hat.
He didn't even have a fucking hat. Isabel's getting involved. She says, I didn't get the notification.
Hey.
Well,
that's my mate.
Isabel?
I've not been on yet, so.
She's not been on yet. Thanks for watching
of
Grandad on his hat. I've got my own hat here, Grandad's hat. Well.
Yeah, well, I'll get Grandad's hat as well.
We're all getting our hats out.
Hang on, we're all getting hats.
Get your hats out for the lads.
Alex, you have a hat.
Shit. Why I didn't get notifications either for the hats.
for the hat club. Yeah.
There we go, a hat party.
Yeah. Reggie, what hat do you have? Is that
Oh, I like it.
Is that a cat?
It's a rabbit.
A bunny.
Oh, I like it. Yeah, that's very.
It's also getting me in the eyes.
Bunny.
It looks like we're doing a play. It looks like I'm like some, owner of a house. You're my chimney sweep, and this is my child who's going through a phase.
Yes,
Alex. Yes, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
I see you too. I've been to Narnia.
And then Trey has had her unicorn horn.
Therese is going to log back in and just be like, "What did I miss?"
Yeah. That took an event. Anyway, Alex, are you ready to hit the stage?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay.
You got this, bud.
That's off.
I might get your second name wrong. How would you pronounce it? Pereverzev?
Okay, so what?
How would you pronounce your second name?
Yeah, the only Pereverzev.
Pereverzev. Okay, right.
Yeah.
All right, everybody, welcome to the stage. The one, the only, Alex.
So, hi again. I am from Georgia, which is just, if you don't know, it looks like a country, every shit country from Marvel movies that gets fucked in the first 5 minutes of the movie. And it's a little bit poor, beautiful but poor. I once met a foreigner girl there. She said, "Ooh, you Georgian? Please show me the real Georgia." I said, "No problem," and I stole her purse. Yeah, my mother, she lives in Georgia, and she has her own criteria for literally everything, and she evaluates everything according to food. She was at the funeral some time ago, and I asked her, "How did it go?" And she goes, "Well, there was chicken and fish and a lamb." And I was like, "Who do you bury? Like Noah?"
Yeah.
And she goes, "Yeah, people die here every day, but this lamb recipe is forever." And she always makes me write down some nice recipes that she found, and she wants me to enjoy them, but I never do, because like the first step is to find a live animal and kill it, and which is like a usual thing in Georgia. Here in the Netherlands, I have no idea how to explain her how Dutch people treat meat. So basically, they have star stickers on the meat packs to show how good was the life of the animal before they slaughtered it.
Oh wow.
And it's from 1 to 3, and I'm like, okay, what the fuck is a 3-star life for a cow? Like,
You'd be surprised.
I don't know. Maybe does it have like a personal stall and like maybe vacation every summer in India? Like posting sexy photos on Instagram with like embarrassingly dumbest comments, like you get the sunset that you deserve. Hashtag a traveler, a blogger, a cow. Hashtag Mutu. And I'm like, look, I also want to know what's the 1-star life, okay? Just like a cow living in a tiny rented stall, working like 2 jobs, coming home really tired, drinking wine from a teacup, scrolling Instagram feed, going, you get the sunset that you deserve. You fucking kill me already. And weirdly, I'm going to talk about it a lot because, like, just get prepared. I'm just in general not happy with the number of stars I've put in my own life. So the weird thing is I never saw a meat pack with like 2 stars. So the middle class cows don't exist. I have a theory. It's just because the 2-star cows is just the 1-star cows that somehow made it, Maybe at some point, it somehow worked for them. They started reading these motivational books like 7 Habits for Highly Efficient Cows, like rich cow, poor cow, putting away 10% of all their straw every month. I don't know. And then it's, they made it. They're finally fine, so they keep their mouth shut. Just nobody don't get in spotlight. That's their policy. And to be honest, I first thought, okay, it must be good. So when I came to Netherlands, I went to buy like a chicken legs, and I thought, okay, let's go for a 3-star. That must be good thing. And I just noted it's not 3 stars. It's like 3 out of 3. It's like the best fucking chicken life you can ever imagine. Okay. And I believe there's a bullshit there. It's just for you to be bullshitted. When you buy that meat, you don't buy just meat. You buy a story about yourself being like a woke environmentalist person, and maybe a story about these 2 chicken that were like happy together, lived long, productive lives, and then where the time came, they killed both of them, cut their legs off, put it together in the same plastic coffin just to pay respects to the contribution to our lives. But then when I opened the meat pack, just guess what? All 4 legs were left ones. They just took 4 random chicken that didn't even know each other before, probably, and then they chopped one of their legs and just throw it in a mass grave. That's not how a 3-star life ends. Am I supposed to? I don't want to end on this note. I'll just say one thing. Me and my wife, we have arguments sometimes, and because of the bullshit I say mostly, and she's really good in resolving conflicts, especially the ones that she started. But but like once it was my fault. It got so bad. She gave me a book about relationships. One of this kind of books, like men are from Mars and women are better. And and I read the book. It was actually an interesting one. And the main advice is this. So if you're having a trouble in your relationship with the person that you love, you should always sit down next to him or her and sincerely, from the bottom of your heart, shut the fuck up before it gets worse. So this is what I'm going to do. Thank you for having me here. It was awesome.
All right, everyone. We learned a lot about chicken.
We did.
And cows.
Can I just say, I was thinking during that you are a genius because I think you have solved this whole vegan thing, like feeling guilty about eating chicken. Like, if I'm eating chicken, I'm going to go for the 1-star chicken because I got a vegan person going, oh, you shouldn't be eating chicken. I'll be like, hey, it's fine. He was depressed. This is what he wanted.
Yeah. He lived a terrible life, this chicken.
Exactly.
Or like, do you ever meet, like, because one of the farmers near me has chickens, and like they're dicks. They're not nice.
Yeah.
So when I'm eating chicken now, I'm like, yeah, fuck you. Yeah. I just imagine
the
those
farmer
chickens.
and say that. Just go up to him and be like, hey, you got any 1-star chickens, 3-star chickens? And he'd be like, what? I'd be like, oh, have you never been to the Netherlands?
Come on.
Dude, I would never do
Everyone's
that.
doing it.
Or
I
the
would
farmer
never
be
go
like,
back and-
good, I treat them all the same. Every chicken to me is a friend
a family.
until the end.
I would never go there in Georgia and say shit like that. I would never.
No.
I don't want to go back. Like, first of all, I feel like I lost my instinct of self-preservation here in Netherlands. I mean, it's so safe and so good. I think I'm not fit to Georgian life anymore. I'll go back there and they will talk about gay rights and shit. Who does that crazy thing in Georgia? Like, and chicken is even worse.
Their chickens are like, we don't give 0 stars. We don't have rights. Anyway, we're gonna move on to our next comedian. It is the lovely Reggie.
Hello.
How are you?
What's the crack?
What's that say-
I've been
what's
better,
that
Jack.
saying
I've been better.
Kneecap.
Yes. This is a band from Northern Ireland who rap in Irish and they're class.
Oh, I've seen
I've
them.
been
Yeah.
better, Jack. I've been better. I'll tell you why. So I came home from a thing yesterday. I was hanging out with my family, and my little brother asked me to go get him cans from our local shop in lovely North County Dublin. And
Nice.
I walked out of the shop. This is at 9:58. Let me tell you. Was walking out of the shop, had my headphones in, had my swag on, or whatever that is for white people, I guess. And like fucking, I got this little child who ran past me, and he like fucking just grabbed my cans out of my hand and then sped off in the opposite direction at
Oh,
9:58 p.m. on a fucking Sunday.
What? On a bike?
No, on foot. And I was gonna chase him because I'm like ridiculously unfit.
Oh my God, so you were robbed.
I was robbed. I was robbed for my
Jesus
cans.
Christ.
Well, where'd you get those cans?
In a shop. Don't worry about it.
Tell you, they will take anything in North Dublin.
Oh man.
You know, it's quite ironic that you're wearing that t-shirt as well, because if that were me, I probably would have kneecapped them as well. But now run, and give me those cans.
Imagine if I'm like, oh, is that a band? And you're like, no, it's a warning. What happens?
I just picture like you
Jesus
grabbing her or
Christ.
something like that, like just saying to him, "You ever seen a 1-star chicken, boy? You're about to become one."
Nah, bro, I
Oh,
wouldn't
good,
even
oh,
mind,
good.
but it was fucking Hackenberg. Like, have some respect for yourself, stealing fucking Hackenberg. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
9. So, Alex, they can't sell alcohol to Irish people after 10 o'clock because terrible
And
things
they're
happen.
still in
So,
the government.
yeah.
They're still in power.
Just
How
about.
did
Yes.
this happen?
Yes, I know.
Just
You
about.
think the government would be like, no,
Well,
like
there was a
think people-
funny thing actually. I'm going to give you a quick bit of politics history. So there's 3 main kind of parties in the country at the moment, Alex. There's Sinn Féin, there's Fianna Fáil and Fine Gael, okay? And last time Sinn Féin won the election, Sinn Féin got the most votes. But Fine Gael and Fianna Fáil said, well, actually, if we add our votes together, we have more. So we won. Yay.
So they're like, if we form together, we'll form a super party.
Oh, God. Now, if anybody's
Transformers.
watching this, I'm going to throw out my political views. Please vote Sinn Féin, people. It's what we need.
please vote Sinn Féin.
Alex, you should be the poster boy. I tell you.
I tell you now. I might do that, actually. That might not be a bad idea. Just put on my little hat. I tell you now. Vote Sinn Féin.
You look like a leprechaun who really,
Yeah, you look like a leprechaun.
stopped caring about himself like for a long time ago.
You look like a leprechaun that gave up.
Lockdown does.
Did you just call me a 1-star leprechaun?
Oh my god! So I actually saw Reggie for the first time in the flesh last week.
Yeah,
And
I was there getting drunk because it's Pride.
And I was walking home. That's my walk. More like a waddle.
It is. I saw him in real life.
Yeah.
You were up getting drunk. He was walking home.
You're real.
He ran over. He ran over. He nicked your cans.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
You were like, Jacob, yoink. I noticed you're drinking White Claw. What's that?
I am,
like?
yeah.
Is it nice?
It's alcohol. That's really all you need.
Nice.
It tastes like soda water that's met a lime before, but doesn't really know how that lime tastes, I guess. It's like an interpretation of lime.
It's a kind of like sparkling water, and they like just dropped the lime in, didn't even cut it open, just like there you go, that's enough.
Oh no, they dropped a lime, but it's in like a separate room.
Yeah, it's a really strange drink. All the Americans went crazy, and I was like, no, it's not strong enough. You know?
Yeah,
like,
no,
that's
I started putting on a little bit of weight over lockdown, so instead of
Me too.
stopping the alcoholism, I just converted it to a lower calorie alternative, which works.
Sounds
I
amazing.
guess.
Makes sense. Makes
That's
sense.
what I was doing. Less beer, more prosecco.
Yeah. Less beer, more spirits, more drugs. Mostly more drugs.
More
really.
drugs, yeah.
More drugs.
We don't promote drugs.
Oh no, not for
Isabel-
these people. For me, yes.
Isabel's getting. She went. It's gross.
You're
It is
gross.
Can we appreciate Isabel's picture? I just feel like she's kind of pouting. She's like, yeah, it is gross.
That was Isabel after trying White Claw.
Yeah. She was like, no, it's gross.
That's her going. It's gross.
Yeah, absolutely. So, anything new?
Oh no, absolutely
You
not.
said you were unemployed.
Oh yeah, still in the dole. Still
Nice.
still being alive, which is that's something.
No, that's a plus.
Yeah, being alive, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Apart from that, no, absolutely nothing. Waiting for live comedy to come back. Waiting for live music to come back. I didn't realize how much I would miss gigs, like music gigs, comedy gigs, theater, anything. I'm missing it. Yeah.
I know. So the social life, the social world, going to restaurants again. You know, complaining at restaurants. I miss that so much.
We nearly did that last night, Jack.
Yeah, Alex, we went on.
Oh,
He's denying it. See,
Oh,
as
no.
soon as I bring up last night, he's messaging me off screen.
it's our show now, guys.
Never ever mentioned. Hello and welcome to Rascal Comedy. We have officially taken over. This is a new world order in Rascal Comedy, brother. And if you're on our side, you're not going to be welcome because this is the new world. And this is why I think that Jack should be kicked off the show. That's why
Whoa, that was
I'm bringing
scary.
a proposition to basically make me the new host, and that's why I think the show will take off. And oh, hey, you're back. What's up, bud? Good to see you. I missed
Man,
you.
I don't know
on the
what
show. You're the best
happened
host
there.
of all time. It's amazing how I
My
talk.
phone just
It's amazing how I spoke about that we were socializing, and all of a sudden you were like, "Oh, sorry, I disappeared from the conversation." What were we saying? No,
yeah, no, it never happened.
no. But that last night in the restaurant, there was like it was so heartbreaking because it was free tables, and they were like saying you have to wait a half an hour, and we were like, "There's tables right there."
Yeah. And then as we were about to get seated, this other couple came over and just sat down, and we were like, "What's going on?" No, we waited for these, man. No, but they kicked them out.
But you were wearing your work clothes, and people were coming to you thinking you were a waiter.
I was wearing a black suit, and they're all like, "Sorry, I'd like to complain." I'm like, "No."
It was
I'm not one of those.
It was amazing the difference that we got because we were standing beside each other. You were wearing on your black work clothes, and they were coming up to you asking to be seated. I was wearing this, and I had my hair, and they come up to me and throw me €1.
Yeah. They thought I was like your bodyguard.
Yeah, you kind of were, to be fair.
Yeah. Get
You were,
away.
you were stopping me from getting into quite the row about having to wait a half an hour for food. I was like, but I'm hungry now.
I like to the Irish thing, like, should we go somewhere else? I was like, no, let's wait. And then I did the British thing. I was like, no, we will wait. I'm going to be seated.
And once again, the British defeated the Irish. But I will have my revenge in years to come.
You'll get me drunk. And then bam. And anyway, I see we're kind of stuck for time. So we're going to go straight into it. Reggie, are you ready to perform?
Woo!
Always. Constantly.
Always ready. Born ready. Okay, all the way. Are you from Galway?
From Dublin.
You're from Dublin, but you lived in Galway.
No, I'm from Dublin.
North Dublin.
All the way.
Are we not stuck for time?
But you used to live in Galway. It's Reggie, everyone.
Woo!
I think most comedians will agree with me when I say that lockdown has made it a little bit difficult to write new material.
Yep.
It's definitely been that way for me. I think during level 5 lockdown, the most interesting thing that's happened to me is that I had to change my drug dealer from no, I can't say that bit. Wait, Jack, we're live, are we?
Oh, it's all right. Trace is gone.
Trace is gone.
Fuck. Okay. Just forget that bit happened. Just gonna start from the start. The most interesting thing that happened to me was I had to get a new internet service provider.
Nice.
Yeah, so I had to get a new internet service provider. He wasn't very good because it's quite difficult to provide internet service when you're doing 10 to 15 in Mountjoy for selling coke to a minor. But anyway, swings and roundabouts. It's also made me question. The lockdown's made me question a lot about myself as well. I've recently discovered about myself that I'm, the T word, like with the flags and the parades, all that stuff. And people can get kind of irate when I come out to them with this information. They have all the questions, just what did my family think? How did my partner react? Am I on any FBI watch list? Silly questions, silly questions. And it's 2021. I am who I am. If I want to take to the street and just scream out, I am a terrorist, I should be able to do that. I've always kind of known that I am a terrorist. When I was small, all the other little girls were playing with dolls and playing house and all that, and then I was decapitating the infidels. It was just a different kind of way of thinking, standard kid stuff. That is a joke, by the way. I am transgender. I've known I was transgender since I was a child. The terror stuff didn't come till my early 20s, at least. But before lockdown, I didn't really have before lockdown as well. I didn't have any proper phobias. like I had fears. I had fears like a normal human person. I don't know why that was so suspicious. Anyway, I've been like scared of like the normal things, like the evolutionary things, like large birds and dark caves and Therese Cahill, all the normal things. But now since I've been like examining myself, I'm raging she's not here for this. I've been examining myself, and I found I only have like 2 major fears. I've got 2 major fears. I've got rejection, and I've got all farm animals, like sheep, cows, pigs, all of them. They can all fuck off. Chickens barely get a pass, only because I am completely confident that I could beat a chicken in a fight. And if I can't, well, then that's just natural selection. I'm fine with bugs though. I'm fine. I like bugs. I like bugs. I like spiders. Spiders are pretty cool. Like, I mean, I'll put spiders outside if someone else asks me to, because I'm the man of the house. But I used to put spiders outside, and then I read this article that was like putting house spiders out into the outside world is just as good as killing them. And saying that, the article kind of read like it was spider propaganda, so I'm not 100% sure on that. Anyway, I've been Reggie. Happy Pride, Death to the West. Good night.
Death to the West, everyone. Oh, look at that cat. Look at that kitty cat. Well,
cat.
I'm going to be honest.
Cat decided to come in and take over the show. I
knew that you were a T after I saw your T-shirt, kneecap.
Go on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, I told you it's a warning. It's a warning. So we're going to move on to our last comedian. He's currently playing with his pussy. It is Alex.J.Byrne.
Hello, how are we? Are we well?
Last time Alex was on the show, he was watching the Chelsea game.
Yeah, but it's off season now, so we're okay. That's why I agreed to come on. To your point about fears, I think we all have a fear of the unknown. We all have a fear of the unknown. Like in your case, Reggie, it's getting cans at 10 o'clock at night and being successful with it. In your case, Jack, it's, I suppose, not having fabulous hair. In your case, Alex, it's a 4-star chicken. And in my case, it's a razor.
Yes.
And if I could make a joke for the comedians in the room and the comedians watching live, and in Chris O'Neill's case, it's an audience. Woo! That's for the 5 people watching.
Be nice.
Hello, Chris, if you're watching. I am being nice. Now, that's my one per show. How are we?
We're good, Alex. You're bringing the thunder right now.
I am bringing the thunder. What can I say? Woo! I am indeed. Well, how are we all? It's good. I'm glad to be back. I mean, I've been on your show since we beat Newcastle 3-0 that night, and that was in January too.
Yeah, Alex was like this.
Yeah.
He had the Chelsea jersey on, and he was like,
I was literally doing the show like this. That's funny.
Yeah.
I was very honest about it.
And I was like, what's happening? And you were like, oh, yeah. Does Drogba still play?
Oh, I wish. But look, you can even see my flag behind me. But look, Jack, TV is off. You can see my Tommy Wiseau underwear hanging on the screen. Yeah, that's my Tommy Wiseau underpants. He signed it for me as well.
What?
Oh, he's a great man. I met Tommy Wiseau in person, man. What a nice man.
What, the guy from the room?
Yeah, I met him. He's a great guy.
I did not hit her. It's bullshit. I did not hit her. I did not.
What a story, Jack. I'm so glad to be on Radical Comedy. And I love comedy so much.
We should get him on.
I wish. I would love to have that man on my show.
Imagine. No, it's a great thing. Was the watch thing of the Disaster Artist? Oh, it's a great film.
Oh, I have the book as well, man. The book is brilliant.
Wow, you surely are a massive fan of this gentleman.
I am. Well, I'm not a massive fan. I'm only 5'9". How short are we for time? Because I think it's about to get a lot shorter if I keep making these jokes.
That's the show, guys. Thanks for watching. No, so I don't know if you don't know this, but Alex runs his own show.
I do.
His own chat show called Le Chats. It's not in French. It's in
English.
Yeah,
we kind of had a preview of that earlier where we had Le Cat running around.
That's Le Cat.
It's Le Cat, man. Yeah, but Le Chat, I do it. every Thursday night live at 7 p.m. I chat to different performers. I chat to comedians, I chat to musicians, and chat to actors and everybody just about how they've been affected during the lockdown and their careers overall. And started that back in October, and it's been going really well. You've been on a few times as well, Jack. You were my first ever guest, Jack. You never forget your first.
I took your Le Chat's cherry.
Oh, you did indeed. You took Le Cherry.
I remember that night very well. So
I messaged him about that on the show. I said, "Voulez-vous coucher avec moi, Le Chats?"
And I said, "Nein sprechen Sie Deutsch."
And I said, "D'accord, amigo."
Alex and I were also trying out comedy characters on Instagram Live.
Yes.
We need to try that again. What
happened to that? Yeah, we just stopped for no reason.
Stop. But we'd play two farmers and they'd be like, "Well, Jesus, come here to me now, you." Huh?
Jesus Christ, there he is with the hat on.
Oh, Jesus. Because I just thought, like, I was on Instagram one day and I was just going through people's, and they were all like, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And I was like, "What? Imagine if like just these actors were on. Wouldn't that be amazing?" So
yeah. But you know what I love about Paddy Cap? If you get that Paddy Cap and turn it the other way around, Jack, you're a film director.
Oh,
Watch
yeah.
I mean, what? He puts it on backwards. He's a film director. Look.
Oh, I look like your man in the Truman Show.
Film director.
Like, I create
Truman.
I'm your father.
You should be like that on the show here. It's like Rascal Comedy. I am your creator.
I am your creator.
I don't know. I think Jack has too much power with the hat backwards. I don't like it.
Reggie, I knew you'd say that. For it's in the script.
I was there for your first appearance on the show.
Hate it.
I was here the first time you came on the show. What if like Alex and Reggie are like they're actors, and Alex, your whole life everybody's an actor. I'm an actor. Your
Don't
dad,
give it away, Joe.
Your dogs are all actors.
I'm just picturing all of my dog, like my cats have to run out of the room. They're going, "Well, that was an incredibly difficult scene. Did you see what he did, Ollie?"
So unprofessional.
I tell Jack in rehearsal, don't say the pussy joke. I tell him in rehearsal, but he just did it, Ollie.
Terrible pun. Yeah. Like
I mean, you heard the way he was speaking to me. He just came up to me and he just started going, "I don't understand it."
Do you ever think of that? Do you ever have those thoughts? I imagine if everybody in your life is an actor.
I am now.
Not really.
Anyway,
in my case though, it'd be like the False Man show or something like that.
but also as well, if everybody in your life is an actor, so when you do gigs, they have to get a load of extras to laugh at your jokes.
And one day they'll get those
extras. A low budget shit show that would be though. That would be awful.
I would make a joke about a low budget shit show with a load of extras, but I've already made my one per show, so I'm not going to do it.
Yes.
I'm not going to do it. I get one per show.
One per show, yes.
I'm very good, Jack. I'm very good.
So, any plans, Alex, for the chats? Are you going to go to maybe Hollywood or take it to RTE?
Well, I messaged Scorsese a few times today, and he finally wrote back to me, but I don't know why he sent it from a judge or what the word restraining order means.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I applied to be. I was like, hey, here's my audition. I was like, Late Show. I'd like to replace Ryan Tubridy, Late Show. Here's the chats, and they wrote back, and they were like, "No way with that." I'm like, "Is it not good?" They were like, "No, it is. We don't want that."
Imagine if you took over to Ryan Tubridy. They're like, "Alex, you're not nervous enough."
Oh, well, Jack, I mean, it's great to be on the show. And I have it down now. I have my audition. Jesus, what's this? And it starts fading. And he does things and he talks. And what does he do?
Oh.
He's in Star Wars, isn't he? Yeah. Oh, fuck. He, huh? Oh, fuck. He's great. He is. And look, if you press that button, look. Oh, and then there's one for everyone in the Death Star. Wait.
Oh. Okay, you can be Ryan Tubridy. I'll be Pat Kenny. I'll be going, right, so welcome back to the show.
Yeah, well, No. Am I Ryan Tuberty on the toy show?
Yeah. I'll be Pat Kenny on the toy shop. Stop that. That's not what he does. Oh my God. Anyway, Alex, are you ready to hit the stage?
I was born ready to hit the stage, Jack. You know me. I'm always ready.
Was born ready. All right. All the way from his room. It is Alex. Burn everyone! Woo!
Just made a point. I'm finally, you live my dream. I'm finally in the room on stage. I've always wanted to be in the room on stage. This is great. Well, Jack, I was talking to you the other day. I told you that I have a proposition for the Vision Expresses and the Spec Savers of the world. I said we have to rename 2020 Vision because nobody saw that shit coming, but absolutely nobody saw that shit coming. But anyway, look, it's been a rough week for me. I didn't tell you, Jack. It's been a very rough week. My ex-girlfriend, she got hit by a Lewis.
Oh.
And I actually lost my job as a Lewis driver. There it is. What was I said to you last time? Remember I came out with that great line in your last show when I think it was, I can't remember the lady's name, I'm terrible, but she was
Louise.
like, oh God, I wonder what, Louise, she's like, I wonder what it's been like for swingers during lockdown. And I very cleverly said, oh no, the playground's been open. Well, look, like I said, I actually got a phone call. It was great. Remember you were out the other night, Jack, you rang me and you were like, hey Alex, are you at home? I was like, yeah. You're like, great, stay there. That was that. Here we are on the show. But look, I became an uncle recently.
Woo!
Don't cheer me. I didn't do anything. But here's the thing. So I want to have a son one day, okay? I want to have a son one day. This is true. I want to have a son one day. Well, I want to have three now. I've said it 3 times. But I want him to grow up to be strong. I want him to grow up to be big. I want him to grow up to be handsome, intelligent. So I'm going to name him Levi because that way he is guaranteed to have good genes.
Hey.
But look, lockdown has been tough, honestly. I actually applied for a job in Deliveroo last week. And I went in and they said, okay, can you cycle a bike? I says, yeah. They were like, can you arrive on time? I was like, yes. They said, do you know your way around Dublin in a timely manner? I says, yes. They're like, do you know the rules of the road? I says, yes. He says, you're not what we're looking for. I'm very sorry. You are not what we're looking for. And I was like, but I obey the rules of the road. I give way to traffic when I'm supposed to. And I stop a red light and they kick me out of the building. I couldn't believe it. I've never been so upset in my life. So I applied for Just Eat instead, okay? And when I went to Just Eat, I went in and I got a complaint my first day. I couldn't believe it. Couldn't believe it. They pulled me into the office and they said, Alex, you've received a complaint your first day and you've gotten the complaint. I was like, for what? They were like, you delivered a pizza the other day. Yeah. Well, the toppings were all over skewed to one side. There was a hole in it and there was, bites in it and stuff like that. Can you please explain what happened? I was like, I gave them what they wanted. And what is it that they wanted? I said, Apache pizza. But anyway, I'll give you one more story because I got lots of stories here now. My car broke down the other day. I told you this joke last night, Jack. This isn't mine. I heard this joke, but I thought it was hilarious. So I got to say it. My car broke down. I brought it to the mechanic. And he fixed it up for me. And I said, it wasn't anything too serious, was it? He says, no. He says, I just shit in the carburetor. I says, well, how often should I do that? I'll do one more, Jack. I'll do, because I always do one more, yes. I do magic and stuff for you as well. So I'll do this here. Jack, bring yourself back onto the screen as well. In fact, bring everyone back on.
All right, okay.
Do it with an audience. Here we go. So, Jack, I'm going to make you a nice balloon animal here, okay?
Okay.
Nice balloon animal, okay? Because I got to practice. I got, work coming up again, hopefully. So let's just blow this up. All right, Jack. Now, you just think of an animal. Don't tell me what it is yet, okay?
Okay, right.
Now, this is, this is all in the mind. And I hope you don't mind that. All right, Jack. I will make you any animal in the world that you want. You just tell me what animal you want, and I will make it for you.
Will I tell you now?
Yeah, tell me now. What animal do you want, and I'll make it?
Giraffe.
I can't make giraffes. Anything except the giraffe. Anything except that.
Okay, a dog.
Can't make dogs. Anything except giraffe or a dog, Jack. Come on, keep up. I can't make rhinos.
Shark?
Can't make sharks. Sorry, but no, literally any animal in the world except the above. Anything you want, and I will make it, except, of course, the above.
A cat.
Can't make cats. I made it. I had a cat earlier. It's gone. Come on.
A snail.
I can't make snails. They're too slow to make. Come on.
An alligator.
I can't make an alligator, man.
Crocodile.
I can't make a crocodile, man. Come on. Anything you want except the above. Anything you want in the world.
Leopard.
Anything. A leopard. No, sorry, man. My act is spotty enough as it is. Anything you want. Can't make hedgehogs, man. Too many pricks. Come
on. A beetle.
Can't make beetles, man. Although I do enjoy their music. Come on,
tiger.
Can't make tigers, man. Anything you want.
Snake.
Okay, let me try. I'll try a snake. Hang on. Or give snake. Okay, let me just give it a go. Let me just get in the zone. Let me just. Okay, so snake is which end is it? It's this end, and snake. What do snakes look like again? How many legs do they have? Snake. If I twist this around and give it a little head like this, and then if I give it a big long neck like this, and then if I give it a thing like this. You know, I get very confused on stage. The first thing you ask for is for a giraffe, and I'm really sorry. I've completely messed all up. I made you that giraffe by mistake, Jack.
Okay, right.
Anyway, that is my time, and that is some of my
Alex.
act. Thank you all very much. Thank you.
What a zinger. Right, I'm going to steal the audience for 2 seconds. I'm just going to say goodbye. Guys, thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to support the show, here's a link. You can throw me a few squid. That's Cockney slang for quid, and quid is slang for money. It's because this show costs me money out of my own pocket to run. I have to pay for all StreamYard. So if you want to throw a few squid, mate, please, might I have some more? Thank you so much, guys. Let's say goodbye to our comedians. Oh no, it's acting up again. This happened. I feel like this happened last time.
I told you not to call me it.
Hang on.
Can I do a plug for your Ko-fi as well? I'm just going to sing for you. According to your Jack Mac, Facebook of plenty. Oh,
what's going on? What is this happened last time?
To your Jack Mac.
You know what? Fuck's sake. This is supposed to be a professional show. And this is what's happening.
Now I know who John Cena feels. The audience can't see me.
There we go. Got it. Did it in the end. Okay, guys.
Hello, folks.
Oh my God.
I like this. I like this.
Why is it's like at the end of every show, StreamYard's now doing this. Okay. What is? Sorry. Nearly lost my cool there. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for coming on the show. We'll see you next time.
Well, thank you for having us, Jack. Great fun, bud. Nice to meet you, brother.